Hey guys, Enoch here from Arm Strength Media. So just going to do a little prediction video, try to make this quick. I just want to go through all the matches. I'm really excited about this card. This Saturday, only a few days away. I'll leave the link down below for the pay-per-view if you want to buy it, and I think you should to support it. So I'm just going to go in order. I don't know all these pullers super well, but I have an idea of most of them and their styles and stuff. So I will do my best, and I want to see how accurate I am. So okay, so first one up, Dustin Hyatt from the States versus Thomas MANGHI from Italy. I think this one, Dustin Hyatt takes it. I think he has more options with his hook, his press. I've seen him also hold in arm wars people out here. Thomas MANGHI, I think he's strictly top roll. So if he gets a top roll, he can do flash pins. It could happen, but I'd give this to Dustin Hyatt. I'd say 60-40 for Dustin Hyatt. Next one up, Brad Grundy versus Kyle Hutchinson. I gotta admit, I don't know too much about either of these pullers. I guess I would be rooting for Brad Grundy because he is, North American, so good luck to him. Kyle Hutchinson, I think, is gonna be the stronger guy, but I think he's gonna tire out. So I don't know, unless he can flash pin him. I think in a war, I feel like Brad Grundy actually has better chances. So Brad Grundy, I think, like 55% chance to win. All right, the next one, I'm actually really looking forward to this one, and I really hope Derek Smith comes out and shows people, he's actually somebody out there. I don't know, I like the guy, I root for him. So anyway, so Derek Smith versus Mehdi Abdelvend. Mehdi seems like a really cool, respectable guy, ridiculously strong, but he seems to be very predominantly just hook puller. Derek Smith, I think, is like a low hand top roll kind of guy, or hook. Because I saw Derek pull with Austin Jaggers, and he did wear out, but it was after like 4 or 5 pins, but only 2 of them actually counted. I think 2 or 3. I will give a slight edge to, I really hope I'm wrong, but I give a slight edge to Mehdi. I feel like he's got more experience. I know he hasn't been pulling in a while, but I feel like he's got more experience on the world stage. And he has faced some of these other guys, and he's not won everything, but he's really strong, and he feels like he has a lot of pressure on him. His country's watching and stuff like that, and he's like famous guy there. So I feel like there's actually more pressure on him. I do hope Derek comes out to win, but I think 51% chance for Mehdi to take it. The next one up, Artur Makarov versus Adam WAWRZYNSKI. So Adam WAWRZYNSKI is a really strong guy. Artur, and I think Arthur, he's trying to come down and go up in weight, and Adam's going down in weight so they can meet. I think that's what it is. This one, it seems like Arthur has a very strong hand. Adam WAWRZYNSKI has a strong hook. This one, you know what? I'd say this one, Adam WAWRZYNSKI's gonna take this one. 70% chance for Adam WAWRZYNSKI. Next one is an awesome match: DAVIT Ermes versus Ivan Matyushenko. So Ivan is a legend of sport, and a lot of people don't really know how amazing he actually has been, and the people he's beaten. Like, he's beaten Boda in those days, and like just so many people. Like, if you look him up, he's actually a legend of sport. He says he's 80% of his best, and DAVIT Ermes has been training really hard. He's looking forward to this. He did get beat by Ivan in 2019, so now he feels like he's progressed faster than Ivan would progress, which makes sense. When you're younger, you can progress faster than some people who are older and stuff like that, or taking a break. And DAVIT hasn't taken a break. He's now been training hard. I would give the slight edge though to Ivan, just because I think he wouldn't take this match if he didn't feel confident that he could win. And DAVIT obviously wants to take the match because he loves a challenge and he believes he can win. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a great match. It's going to be an awesome war, but I think Ivan is going to actually take it. And I would say 70-30 for Ivan. Georgi Zaranov versus Farid Osmanli. This one I would give it to Georgi, just because we've seen what he's done with all these other, like Sergey. Oh yeah, he also, Wagner Bortolotti, I think he faced him too. And where he's down 2, then he catches them, and from there his endurance is ridiculous and his hook power is really strong. Farid, I feel he's a really strong guy, and he was awesome back in the day, but I think he's trying to do his comeback and stuff like that, but I have a feeling that he won't be able to beat Georgi. I think he might get the first pin, but later on in the rounds he won't. So like Georgi's gonna take this one. 80% chance, 80-20. This is an amazing match. I'm actually looking forward to this one too. David Dadikin versus Irakli Zerakashvili. Irakli is really strong. And DAVIT is really aggressive. They're both kind of aggressive, actually. Endurance game, I think DAVIT actually has it. Just because you see him how he trains with Dennis and they just pull in all the time. I just feel like with endurance, the Deacon has it, and I think he's more hook puller and Irakli's top roll. So Irakli, when he was facing Ungarbayev, it was top roll versus top roll, and then Ungarbayev, you know, just did his little moves and was able to. He had such static pressure, and he was able to just hold Irakli and slowly, I think, wore him out and took his hand and became, you know, the winner. So I think in this case, if Irakli can actually top roll the Deacon, I think he'll take it. And I think Irakli has a lot of back pressure, and he's also aggressive. I actually think Irakli might take this one. So I would say 60-40 for Irakli, but it's going to be a great match. Next one, David Samusha versus Vala Ichkidi. I'm not sure exactly, but that Vala, is it Vala? Yeah, Vala. He is strong. He's been really training hard. His lifts are huge. And David, we all know he's not lost a match there. He's been awesome. He had his title match. He's won the title, and he's earned the title. He's got amazing endurance, really smart puller. I would give the edge to David. I would say 75% David over Vala, but I think Vala will put up a good fight, and he'll fight hard. That guy doesn't quit, and he'll give it his all, and I think it'll be a great war, but I think David will take that one. Next one, Paulin versus Ruslan Babayev. Paulin, everybody's favorite arm wrestler. He's been in this sport not crazy long time, and he's really pushing himself up there, and he's really strong, really dedicated, really great guy. So I think with this one, I think Paulin will take it. Ruslan, but I think what I heard with Ruslan is he's really good defensive, and if he's kind of like what happened with Sasha, where he can stop him, then he could take it. And that's the only concern I guess I really have, is that off center Paulin will take it, but Ruslan might actually be the one to out-injure him. I hope it's not the case, but just for that reason, I do give a slight edge to Ruslan, and I'd say 55-45 for Ruslan. I hope I'm wrong. I'm really rooting for Paulin. Next one, David Dadikian versus Evgeny Prudnik on the left arm. This one, I think it's going to be a great match. We saw them in the practice pulling, you know, and Prudnik actually beat him. Obviously, you know, it's practice pulling and stuff like that, but, you know, it gives us an idea of the level of like Prudnik is and how strong Prudnik is in the hook with his left. But I do give the edge to David, just because Prudnik has gone down. It looks like he's gone down in weight, and his right was injured and stuff. So I don't think his training has been as crazy as before. And I know David has been training hard. So I would give David the edge. The only thing that kind of makes me feel like Prudnik could maybe win is just because David's going to have that match with Irakli, and who knows how much it's going to take out of him. But just based on just what I think left to left, I think David is probably the favorite to win in this one, honestly, and I think it would be 60-40 for David. That's Todd Hutchings versus Ibragin Sagov. So this one, I really hope Todd Hutchings takes this one. And I think he can, if he can get in first. However, because with his side pressure is really strong, but Ibrahim, he is really fast press, and that's the thing. And Tadzilla catching it there, that's never been his strong suit, and I think he would be able to hold it. So that my concern is that. So I really hope I'm wrong, and I really hope Tadzilla. You know what? No, I'm gonna give it to Tadzilla. After his awesome performance against Sean Brzezinski. I was actually at that event. That was awesome. So Todd Hutchings, I would give him 55% chance to beat Ibrahim. I think it's going to be really close. I think Ibrahim will get a couple pins because he's quick, but Tadzilla will adjust. So I think it'll be 3-2 for Tadzilla, or 3-1. Vitaly versus Rivas. This is an amazing match, and I actually have Vitaly as the favorite because I feel endurance-wise, he can pull, like, I think he has better endurance than Rivas. Rivas has a ridiculously strong hand, and he's really strong side pressure, but I think we saw him get tired against Morozov. So Rivas against Morozov, you saw him get tired out. He said he made some mistakes in that match and stuff like that, but I think Rivas will be the stronger guy. I think Vitaly might just be able to hold him out to a point where Rivas starts getting tired and Rivas can come back and take it. And also, because don't forget, Vitaly has a really long arm, and he's got a really strong grip, so it won't be like the whole Dave Chafee thing again, where Rivas just goes from the top and just dominates like that. So I think in this case, the favorite would be Vitaly, and I would give him the edge to win, 60-40. And then last but not least, the one everybody's looking forward to, Ermes versus Devon Larratt. This is an awesome match. It's going to be a great match. I like both of these arm wrestlers. I think they're both awesome. Obviously, being on the West, I vote for, I hope Devon will win. And I put Devon as the favorite just because I know people are like, Ermes is too strong stuff. And I know Ermes' back pressure is amazing. And like his side pressure. And he's just overall a really strong, dedicated guy. But the reason I would put Devon as the favorite is Ermes isn't Levon. So I'd say Ermes, like, and Devon stopped Levon for like a millisecond. And then we don't really know exactly what happened. But like, Ermes isn't Levon. So like, I can't imagine Devon not being able to stop it at some point and finishing it. So that's where I'm like, I give Devon the slight edge, like 55-45. But I do believe Devon will end up taking it, and I hope he does. But if Ermes wins, I mean, I won't really be that disappointed. I really like Ermes, and he would deserve it. The guy's a hard worker, and he's impressed us all. So this one, I would give the slight edge though to Devon. I think if he can stop it, I know Ermes has that, the press when he has to, and it can be pretty dangerous. But I think Devon is smart in that even if he stops it, he'll be waiting for that. And if Ermes does, he'll come up. And so I think in the end, overall, Ermes might get like the first 2 pins, but I think on the way out, I think Devon's still going to come back and take it in 3-2 to Devon, 55-45. Those are my predictions. Link will be below this Saturday. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching.